Hello everyone, this week we are in Parashat Re. We have to understand that every week, reading that parasha, the story of that week, the portion of that week, which is the Torah itself is divided to 52 portions and are being read along the whole year, one per week. And every year, in the same time of the year, we read a certain parasha. Why do we read that parasha? Why was it decided in the time of Moses that this parasha has to be read this week? And the understanding is that every parasha contains whatever knowledge, information, energy, guidance, whatever any nutrients, spiritual nutrients that we would need in order to fight the demons of this week, in order to find the diamonds of this week, which means all our goals, to achieve them during this week in our spiritual realm. Now, this parasha, Parashat Re, is always in the month of Leo, the month of Aryeh, or Av, Menachem Av. Now, it has, this parasha speaks about, the word Re'eh means see. However, there is a game, because to see is a very deep word. The word to see is always connected to the level of the light of wisdom, the original light of the Creator. And wherever we see, we have a parasha that starts with that verb, it shows about intensity and high level of energy. Intensity and high level of energy. One of the symbols for that is that there's no commentary in the Zohar for this parasha. We have Parashat Vayera, we have Parashat Vayera, Vayar, and so on and so on in the Torah, so we have some hints. All of them speak about a revelation of big light. Big light means, again, Re'iyah means also revelation, which means it's the sight or the insight which is the spiritual. Our work in our life is not to see only the physical. We spoke about it in last parasha, Parashat Ekev. Human work is to connect to the spiritual and not just what the physical senses can experience, because the universe is a mixture of body and soul. Every action that we do is a mixture, should be a mixture of body and soul. Every object we buy, we purchase, we produce, we create, we deal with, food, it's about body and soul. If we connect only to the body, we stay empty, and we don't want to be empty. Now, in order to connect to the real message of this parasha, we have to understand this parasha, there are a few issues. One of them is all the holidays, although we had them already mentioned, the list of them, in Parashat Pinchas a few weeks ago. However, if we have the holidays repeat again, it means there's an opening for special injection of energy in this parasha. Why? We are now in a special period along the year, which is the period of the weeks before Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, which means before the new year. The new year of the soul is starting. Before the new year is starting, we have to prepare ourselves, because we do not want to reach Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur when we are full of negativity. How do we cleanse ourselves from negativity? One of the most powerful ways of cleansing is mentioned over here. The first word of the parasha, the name of the parasha, is Re'eh. However, the Tiferet Shlomo, Rabbi Shlomo Fadom, says that above the word Re'eh, there is a tam, there is a musical note that looks in the books as a big dot above the word. And that big dot can be read also as the letter Yud. And if we have the additional letter Yud, it becomes not Re'eh, but Yir'ah. And Yir'ah means in Hebrew, awe. What is awe? A-W-E. What is awe? Awe is a special state of mind. It's not fear. The word awe is a state of mind that is a necessity in order to achieve any spiritual level. When Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai is leaving the cave after 13 years, and he meets his friends, the first thing that he's talking about is about the first mitzvah, the first connection in the whole Torah, which is in the word Bereshit bara Elokim, in the beginning, that in the word Bereshit there is already the code of awe inside, because the sages are saying, En Reshit Chochma Yirat Hashem, which means the beginning of wisdom is the awe of God. What is awe? Awe in Hebrew, Yirah, same letters as Re'iyah, seeing, sight. When you see something, you need to have a gift to be able to see. Because most of us, we do not see most of what is in front of our eyes. We do not see the gifts that the Creator is giving us. Why we can't see the gifts? Because we're limited. We're limited because we have an internal noise that does not allow us to see the big picture. Now, in order to be able to see the big picture and to be impressed by that picture, impressed positively, we need to shut down the inner noise, the negative noise, the hurt, the fear, the anxiety, all the inner chattering that is not connecting us to the light. And that is the gift of this parasha. This is the gift of this parasha. By being quiet inside, allowing the vision, and that's why this parasha is talking also about the prophet. If there is a prophet in your neighborhood, how do you know it's a false prophet or a true prophet? How do you know if you listen to him or not? Well, what I mean a false prophet? People can be false prophets. You can see something and you can interpret it to the opposite direction at all. We know that. We have it, the inscription written on the wall, but we don't read it. And if we read it and we make a commentary that has nothing to do with our interest, but it is the noise inside. It is our negativity, our fears, our pains and our aches that do not allow us to allow the message to come in. Every wisdom, real wisdom, Rabbi Shimon is saying, can come in only if we achieve that level of awe. And that level of awe is connecting to the Creator in a way that in one hand it is kind of a fear, a positive fear that makes you follow the rules, makes you be focused and aware, A-W, and by this you can connect to all the gifts, all the wonders that this parasha is preparing for us, that this week is preparing for us. When we achieve that by reading the parasha, learning the parasha, contemplating and meditating on this knowledge, and even learning more in the longer classes and lectures and study, then we can achieve that gift, and that will bring us in a much easier way to a new year that is going to be full of bliss and happiness and all what the Creator wants to give us. Thank you and have a great week.